Welcome to Fisher Field in beautiful Berea, Ohio. We got ourselves a chilly one today featuring the Brown and Gold Brigade, the Wallace Yellow Jackets, and the Marietta College Pioneers. I would probably do both games of the doubleheader if it weren't so darn cold, but it is, unfortunately. Weather going to be in the 30s. It will not cooperate, that's for sure. But you know what? We still got ourselves a game of Division III baseball to play right here in WHBW. We're closing in on 750 subscribers, so if you haven't subscribed to us yet, now would be a great time to do so because it's always fun here, regardless of outcome. It's OAC action today against us and the Pioneers. We are what now? 4-2, I think, in OAC play. Yep, we are indeed 4-2 in OAC play. Having dropped both our OAC games to the Ohio Northern University Polar Bears, so there is that. Marietta's 9-12 on the season, 0-4 in OAC action. Of course, we're 13-8 in OAC, or not OAC action, but 13-8 this season. So there is that on this chilly day. I would flip the camera around, but it's really cold and I don't want to take off my gloves. So there's that. Just need to take something out. Got like a hair on my phone for some reason, a string on my phone. I don't know where that came from. No, well, regardless, I'm Tommy Maroon. You should know who I am by now. Be sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon on these videos and YouTube channel. It's almost that time for some baseball right here at beautiful Fisher Field. Of course, Coach Harrison's done a great job this year, 13-8, 4-2 in OAC play. Not up top the conference yet, but hopefully that'll be coming up soon because we got to host the OAC tournament, and no better way to do that than do it today with a win. It's on the mound for us. Hold on a minute. Looks to be number 22, Vince, that's going today. As we will be waiting for action to begin in a little bit. On the good old AstroTurf of Fisher Field. Now, Marietta, they got themselves some fans all the way out in right field. You could tell. Now, Marietta historically and usually has a good baseball program. The Yetta Express is what they like to call themselves. And they don't do a shabby job, that's for sure. And what's also for sure, this should be a dandy. Not just this game, but the following game at 4 p.m. or 30 minutes really after the conclusion of this one. I hope you're staying warm, folks, because I know I am not. I got the papers right here, so there is that. We're waiting for this game to begin. The Fisher Field scoreboard's up and running. Don't know where the umpires are right now, folks, but I assume they'll be here in just a bit. Talking with Coach Harrison and the head coach of Marietta, who is, let's see here. Excuse me for 1 second. Kind of hard to get everything. Marietta's head coach is Brian Brewer, number 41. Brian Brewer in his 22nd season. Mr. Harrison's in his 15th year at BW. He's done a great job. You can tell by the fact that we made the College World Series 3 times during his time here at the oldest and greatest university in America. How about that? As we are waiting for the game to begin. You're seeing our dugout right there, gang. All loosened up, trying to stay warm. Of course, our dugout, of course, the third base side, Marietta's the opponents are always on the first base side, so there is that. There is that. Oh boy, oh boy. Can't wait to see who wins this one. If we win, that'd be nice. If we lose, that would not be good, but still not time to overreact yet. Still early on in the season, so there is that. Everybody getting all ready for what should be an entertaining one. The Yellow Jackets on fire lately. Of course, we did lose to Kent in 7 innings, but that's Kent State, a Division I school, so you can't be upset about that. It happens. Boy, oh boy. Both teams still waiting for the game to begin. They're still getting all set up. Nearly 1 p.m., which is going to be first pitch out here. Our first viewer of the day, thank you for watching. As we are still waiting for the umps to show up. Don't know where they are right now, but I assume they'll be here. Number 10's on the mound. That's Austin Zients. Austin Zients from Mayfield High School in Highland Heights, Ohio. No, not Highland High School, but Highland Heights. And the Mayfield Wildcats. Yeah, I believe Mayfield's joining the American Conference in 2 years from now, if I'm not mistaken. No, Kenston is Mayfield and Medina, if I'm not mistaken. So that's how things are going to look in 2026. Now, of course, we'll be in the National Conference in high school sports, and a new rivalry will be born, and old rivalries will be revived in us and the rough and tough Wadsworth Grizzlies and North Arlington Bears. But a new rivalry will be born when we play the Medina Bees. Ooh, boy, that's going to be entertaining, isn't it, folks? I think it will be. I know it sure will be. We're still waiting for things to begin. Speaking of Kenston, they got Kenston player Shane Roethlisberger from Chagrin Falls. So they got all local Northeast Ohio talent. That very much is true. That very much is true. People from Buckeye, Brunswick, Medina. Where else? Lake Catholic, Twinsburg, already mentioned Kenston, Aurora too, and Boardman, and Mayfield, of course. So not that bad. The umpires are out there. We're almost ready to begin this thing. The ball goes right there. Let's listen. Yep. Coach Harrison talking things over with Coach Brewer. Brian Brewer assisted by Chris Tukulvi, Matt Villain, and Bill Mosca. And Roger Thompson, the game day administrator for those rough and tough Pioneers. Brian Harrison, he's assisted by Matt Rosinski, of course, Steve Hagan, Jake Smith, Mark Turlip, Phil Wells, Mark McSweeney, or Kevin McSweeney, excuse me, Mike Lewis, Daniel Curtis, Jake Zapia, Ryan Guggenheim, and Mark Monicki Jr. Some of those folks played on this Fisher Field, so there is that. You're no stranger to Fisher Field, that's for sure. We're waiting for this game, of course, named after one of the greatest coaches in Division III baseball history, Bob Fisher, who coached the Jackets from 1968 to 2010, I believe. It's almost time for this show to be on the road, folks. Is everybody engaging in good conversation out there, I can only assume? The real question isn't who's going to win the game. The real question is who's going to stay warm. Marietta brought themselves a decent-sized crowd out there tonight. So there is that. There is certainly that. We'll see what happens out here tonight. And this doubleheader, of course, once again, we'll only cover game one. West game two happens. West game two, of course, comes by pretty fast. But because of the weather, I kind of doubt we're going to do game two. So there is that. Just be glad we got the first game of this doubleheader right here. This is going to be exciting. So both teams shake hands out there. We'll be ready to begin. Time for the starting lineup. Let's listen once more. All right, so on the mound for us today, you heard him. Vince Dulcimaccio, Mason Fix behind the plate, Malik Kilbane at first, Matt Trezzola at second, Noah English at third, at short, Sean Kulenik at left, that is Joey Marisek at center, Dust Railway, your die rider, and at right field, that would be Justin Carinci. All right, for what should be a dandy. Leading off for them, Cam Russell, a freshman from Cannon McMillan High School in Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. He bats lefty, throws lefties, 5'8", 173. But the story's going to be Vince Dulcimaccio from the sunny city of Los Angeles, California. The senior right-hander, 6'1", 195. I'm kind of jealous of his family right now. They are in much better weather, to say the least. So there is that. We will be in the white uniforms. Marietta looks like they will be in the gray for game one. Same with us for game one, as in we'll be in the white. Almost that time to play some Division III baseball. Isn't that right, folks? We're going to get the baseballs in. Mason's going to rifle it down to Sean. Yep, Sean's 31. I'm sorry, no who's who on this team. Cam Russell leads off for the Pioneers. Once again, he's left-handed. Vince Dulcimaccio trying to stay warm out here on this chilly day. Weather going to be in the 30s. Once again, here we go. Jackets Pioneers first pitch is a bouncer to first. It's a foul ball. Great to have you aboard, Timers, your play-by-play announcer. Of course, the wind looks like it's blowing in today, just judging by the American flag right there. So there is that. Blowing in from left field towards first base, I guess you might say. That one is going to miss for a ball. 1-1 to Russell. And Vince going to work fast. There's a sky high pop fly, foul ball, and oh, ye God, that ain't good. That's something hopefully insurance will cover. At least you'd hope insurance covers. It looks like that sounded like it shattered some glass as the 1-2. He fouls that off him. What happened to the car? I thought so. Well, there's a reason why I park at Strosacker during the baseball games and not back there, and of course not over there where you're looking at right now. Hit out to deep right center field, but it looks like Dennis is underneath that one gone. To try and test out the car. Looks like that was one of the players' cars, unfortunately. Kill McGill is up. Well, that was pretty bad for whomever's car that is. Again, that's why I park at Strosacker during baseball games, or try to park as far as away. Strike one. I don't mind the walk. You know, I like to walk. You know, I like to jog. Like, not the good thing, of course, to have your car smashed out there, as it's nothing in two now. Vince in command on McGill. Oh boy, that's tough. 0-2. Vince lets it go. Whoop, foul. That might be in for another car. Yep, your car's in danger if you're watching a BW baseball game once you decide to park elsewhere, aside from where Bonds, of course, is. As there's one right back to the mound and gonna try to tag him and giving up. There's Miguel. So that was easy. Who's up now for the Pioneers? You might be wondering. Well, I'm wondering the same thing. It is Jeremy Tonelli. Tonelli, he is from, let's see here, Twinsburg. The former Tigers waiting. He's going to bounce one of first, 2 hops this time, and a 1-2-3 inning for Vince Dolcimaccio. As Maui fields a cleanly and steps on the bag. That was easy, says Vince. Now let's hope the bats are going to back him up. John Koenig's going to lead off for us. You know that for a fact. And you know number 10, Austin Zions. Zions on the mound for the rough and tough Pioneers. On this very cold, chilly day here in Berea. Let's hope the weather gets better, but it won't. I think we all know it's not going to get better anytime soon because we live in Ohio and we live in Northeast Ohio, especially where the weather ain't good. Coach Mel Rosinski, he's the third base coach. Never can tell who's at first base for us, but what I can tell you is that it is hopefully going to be a good day for us. That's the intent, of course. Sean Koenig leads off once again, the St. Ed's High School star. As we are still waiting for them, they're just going to get the baseballs in now. We'll see what happens on a chilly night, chilly day. Of course, there ain't no lights at Fisher Field. Everybody clapping over there, having some fun. If I can get them, there we go. Now he's got line one in right for a base hit. Wasn't even paying attention. Sean Koenig's got himself a base hit. How about that? Sean leads it off with a single into right. Colin West, the designated hitter, is up. Colin is a good hitter, as we all know by now, and trying to race that base runner, perhaps Austin Zions. He's a sophomore, right-hander, 5'11", 195. First pitch. Gets away. That'll break up the double play situation. And Sean easily makes it down to second. So the first 2 pitches today for Zions have not been good, not been ideal. A single and a wild pitch. And anything that'll sit down the outfield is going to cash in the run if you're Colin West. Hopefully Colin from Massachusetts can do it. Williams from Massachusetts. First pitch after that is fouled all the way back. That makes it 1-1. He's from Worcester Academy, Westboro, Massachusetts. So I was right, like I always am. Try, see what happens if Colin can get on base or whatnot. Right now he's in a 1-ball, 2-strike hole. Zions is ready. Wind up, lets it go. Colin's going to foul that one. We found it off him right there. Still 1-2. Weather is cold. It is chilly. It is bitter. Pretty sure we all know that by now. And on 1-2, he's going to pop it up foul towards the catcher who makes the play. Nice try. Maui's up. The first baseman from Olmsted Falls. So it's essentially as if he advanced the runner in any way, shape, or form. Now he's waiting. First pitch. He skies one foul back. Sounds like it hit a car. Not a window, but still hit a car. Well, good thing there's no parking lot out in the outfield, because that'd be a good hitting target for the players. Nothing in 2 your count. Maui is the first baseman for us. He's got Sean at second. He singled out to right, Sean, and danced down second wild pitch. Speaking of wild pitches, that gets away from the catcher on the swing and a miss. With no problem for him. Two gone. Dennis is up. Left-handed, left batting, left-handed throwing. Center fielder for the Brown and Gold Brigade. What Zions has been doing after those first two pitches clearly has been working. Here comes the first pitch, and Dennis, he's going to watch it, strike one. So Zion's really being efficient out here, working very fast, getting pretty quick into the counts and getting the outs, I guess you might say, or the result of the at-bat. And now Dennis is down 0-2. He was getting a little bit greedy out there. 0-2, 2 outs to Dennis. He's got Sean at second. Anything else sits down in the outfield. We got a 1-0 lead. And a good eye. 1-2. Rolling away. That's Rillinger, Night Rider right there. He's waiting. And pitch. He is going to launch it for a ball. Looks like the third baseman, number 30, Cooper Fearer, thought that was strike three. I saw him walking away. So it's 2-2, 2 out. Base runner 2 and number 2 swings and misses. Down swing. So 2 strikeouts in that inning for us in Zion. He's pretty happy about that. 0-0 after one, folks. So Vince Dolcemaggio does not get any run support despite the leadoff single. We are in a good game so far. And it looks like there will be a lot more entertainment where that came from. We'll see what the star senior on the mound can do in the second inning of work. It was a nice try by Vince. Sean Koenig's batting average, by the way, over 400 now. He's been really doing a dandy all season long. I'm pretty sure we all know that by now. Don't know who's up for the Pioneers in this second inning. It still says number 2 on the scoreboard. I don't know if you can tell or whatnot, but it's right there, number 2. Obviously, there's no number 2 for the Pioneers. Looks like it's Diego DeCello. Excuse me. DeCello, second baseman from Hamilton Baden High School. Tried to show bunt, and it's strike one. You saw Noah race all the way in on that. There you go, DeCello. There's Marietta's pretty close to the Ohio-West Virginia borderline. As there's a sky-high pop fly right for third baseman Noah English to secure, one gone. That was easy. 2 pitches, 1 out. Now it's number 8. That's Cole Riemann. Riemann from Archbishop Moore. Westchester, Ohio. Of course, I believe Moore is down near Cincinnati. Oh, bunt attempt, and he bunts it foul. Marietta trying to play small ball out here, perhaps. Oh, and 1. Fence getting set, no on the infield grass. And that one's a sharp ground ball. Nice stopping effort by Sean, but it is their first hit of the ball game. It's frustrating giving up the first hit of the ball game. Let's Cooper Fear is up. Fear also from Hamilton Baden High School, just like Diego DiCello. As here comes the first pitch to Fear. He fouls that one off himself, I think, 0-1. Or off the plate, but regardless, still 0-1. Each school 1 hit so far today, even though we've only played 1 1/6 of an inning. Not even an inning and a half. Only a third of the top of the second. The 0-1 pitch coming up right here from Vince. And he missed. 1-1. 1-1, 1 out, runner on base, number 1. But they don't have a number 1 on their team. So there is that. Watches. Cooper Fear is a junior. He can be seen on the mound if he's not at third. Wish he was at third today. Pickoff attempt won't get him. The man at first is Cole Riemann, the right fielder today. And now here comes 1-1. Runner takes off. It's a hit and run out of left center field. Joey Marisak, Dennis Rentlinger, Night Rider is going to catch it instead. 2 gone. And the runner retreats down to first. So after Cooper's retired after that, it's number 45, Eli Schultes. Eli Schultes, the catcher from Huntington, which is not that far, Huntington, West Virginia, which is not that far from Marietta, if I'm not mistaken. Also near state line, as that one misses for a ball, 1-0. Well, he obviously chose close to home, despite the fact that's in another state. Roar foul, third base side. There it goes. 1-1. So Vince trying to get that third out of the inning. He's got Riemann at first. Now here comes the 1-1. It's hit in the air out to shallow right. Maui racing for. Can he get there? No. Neither could Justin, the right fielder. Now strike away from getting out of this scenario. Or 45, Bryce Bogan. Actually, not Eli Schultes, but Bryce Bogan. I beg your pardon. 43 is Eli Schultes. But he's also a catcher. Bryce Bogan's from Brunswick, actually. So excuse me. And Bogan's down looking. Excuse me on that one. You can't excuse me for, or what you really can't excuse Vince Dulcimashio for, is getting a good inning out there despite giving up his first hit of the ball game. Rustin Zion, who had 2 strikeouts in the first inning, going to try to match it again. He's got another 45 to deal with. And Joey Marisak. 5, 6, 7 due up for the oldest and greatest university in America. Of course, Mr. Hornet last night was certainly a blast. But there was one issue. The winner, Luke, who was Mr. Student Section Leader, Luke McCall, the Student Section Leader, and of course, a pitcher on the baseball team. Well, there was one issue I had, and that he stole an act from when I did Mr. Hornet. Not my act, but one of my friends' acts 3 years ago. So there was that. I made a meme of it saying of Mr. Sniker 2022. His name is Addison, who did it in 2022. Did the same act Luke did, and the meme was SpongeBob saying, "Hey, Mr. Hornet 2025 stole my idea," which is based off the SpongeBob episode of Spring Boob Squire Pen and his life-size Krabby Patty mannequins of Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. And SpongeBob can't believe it. The Spring Boob Squarepin stole his idea. Only for him to learn that the name was just butchered and it's actually SpongeBob SquarePants. Mermaid Man Barnacle Boy 2, season 1 episode. Great episode. Everybody loves Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, don't they, folks? I know I do. SpongeBob, more on the game. Joey looking silly on that, swing and a miss, nothing in one. Joey, the North Royalton star, waiting. And he's going to foul that one back. 0-2. Austin Zients trying to get another strikeout. He's got 2 so far through 1 inning, of course, which isn't much, but still not bad. More strikeouts than I usually have in 4 innings in MVP baseball. That one misses inside. 1-2. Giants, like many pitchers nowadays, like to work fast. Of course, in the majors and minors, they have to work fast because of the pitch clock. And there's a ground ball to first that goes foul. Looks like he was a little late on that. One ball, 2 strikes. Joey Marisek waiting the pitch. He's going to bounce one right back to the mound and running up and flipping it down to first. Zions, 1 gone. So it's now number 1. That's Noah English. Noah going to try to get something cooking. Marietta and BW both trying to stay warm out. Here's that first pitch, misses low, 1-0. I'm wearing gloves today, which is why I did not flip the camera around earlier today. So you gotta take my word that I'm here. I'm here, don't worry. 1-0 coming up. Sharp ground ball up the middle, base hit. Noah English with our second hit of the afternoon. Puts 1 on, 1 out. And now it's Matt Terzola. We'll see what Terz has in stock out here. And of course, the second baseman for the good guys. He's waiting as there's a runner at first here. 1 out. It's Noah English. Ball 1. Noah stays as number 45, and Bogan holds it. Bryce Bogan, of course, a freshman catcher for the Blue Devils. Once upon a time, now he's a freshman catcher for Marietta. And 1 ball, no strikes. He'll pick him off, but won't get him. Good job right there. Dive back in by Noah. Austin Zients and a 1 ball, no strike count. 1 gone. Here comes a pitch. Inside 2-0, that's right. 2-0 here at Fisher Field. 0-0 score. That's the count 2-0 at least for now. And change in just a second, of course. But the pickoff attempt won't get Noah Pioneers trying to pick up their first conference win of the season. We're 4-2 there. 0-4, and the hit and run won't work yet. That one goes foul. 2-1. Looks like Turks try to prevent Noah from being gunned out at second. 2-1 the count. We'll see if Noah's going to take off again or whatnot. And the 2-ball, 1-strike offering is lined in the right. That'll be a base hit. Noah holds it second. Turks gets himself our third hit of the contest. Good job right there. Who's up now? Mason Fix, the catcher. Mason with 2 on and 1 out in the second inning of this ball game. Come on, Mason, we need you out here. First pitch. One attempt, and it's a good one down to third. Fair ball. Throw down from Fearer. Just got him. But now we'll see what Justin Carinci can do. Justin's got Noah at third, Turks at second, 2 gone. Zions needs an out. And it's a ground ball. Shorty might get it. Throw down to first. Heat off. Good pickup there by the first baseman. Looked to be number 11, Drew McKenna, playing first. And a good threat by the good guys, but it's all for naught. 0-0 after 2 innings. We got 3 hits. They have 1. Of course, still too early to panic, folks. Vince Dulcimacho will be back out there on the mound in the third inning for us. You can sure bet your life savings that. Now Mr. Horn's over. Makes me a little bit sad. I mean, my brother hopefully will do Mr. Horn 2 years from now. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But I like for him too. Still a fun night nonetheless. I remember my Mr. Hornet 3 years ago. As I told everybody, it was like an eternity. It was a blast nonetheless, though. I enjoyed the heck out of it. Oh, will you bet all 13 participants enjoy the heck out of it as well? It is 0-0 after 2 innings. Third inning about to begin, folks. And it will begin. Who's leading off? You might be wondering. Excuse me for 1 second. I can get everything all adjusted. Looks to be number 12, Thomas Babineau. Babineau, he is the shortstop, I believe, today. And as the first pitch coming up, Babineau watches strike 1-0-1. Thompson Babineau, excuse me. Thompson Babineau from Calvary Chapel High School in Massachusetts is going to line one over the head of Sean for a base hit. I can see some freezing rain or snow trying to creep its way in. Second hit today for the Pioneers. Drew McKenna's up. McKenna is a Kenston Bomber. And Noah creeping in. It looks like he wants to bunt. But he pulls back and takes strike 1-0-1. Thompson Babineau is at first. There's nobody out, and there's a strikeout too. Now, obviously, McKenna can't bunt, so Noah's going to back up. You see him backing up right there. Nothing in 2 to McKenna, the sophomore first baseman who wears number 11. And here comes your nothing in 2 right here. Vince won't get his first strikeout of the day yet, but he might get, no, not a double play. Terps goes to first. Interesting idea right there. Number 19, Cam Russell is back up as we have reached the top half of the order for the Pioneers. Speaking of top half of the order, the out two will lead it off for us in the third. Russell, strike 101. Top half of the third. 0-0 our score here in beautiful Berea, Ohio, or as I ought to say, chilly Berea, Ohio. There's a bouncer over the head of everybody. Not going to be an easy play. Matt flips down to first. What a nice play for the second out of the inning. So Terps got the second out and the first out as well. He's been a busy man. Of course, second and short, usually your busiest positions out there. And Kale McGill with a good chance here to score the first run of the game, unfortunately. Hope it doesn't happen. McGill watches. 1-0. Again, Vince without a strikeout so far today. Hard to believe, I know. As he's trying to get back in this. Count 1-0 pitch. He missed again, 2-0. 2-0 as Vince Dulcimaccio is still on the mound trying to get his third shutout inning of work underneath his belt. 2-0. Strike one. I think that was in the corner. 2-1. Kill McGill. McGill out in the outfield typically. I think he's at right today. If not, Cole is. There's a sky-high pop fly foul first base side. And now a strike away from getting that shutout inning again. And I won't complain if that happens. 2-2 your count. Vince is set. He's going to go into his windup and let go. And he got him. First strikeout of the ball game for Vince Dulcimaccio. Marietta leaves man at third, and Thompson Babineau 2.5 innings through this. And it is still 0-0. It'll be Sean Kolenik leading off for the good guys. Sean Kolenik followed by, let's think, Colin West, and then Maui Kilbane. You see the 31 up there on your screen representing Sean, who's batting over 400 now. Oh, that's odd. Gimbal was acting a little bit weird. So we'll see what we can do in the bottom half of the third inning. All righty. Number 10, Austin Zients has 2 strikeouts today. Vince Dulcimaccio with 1. Or does he have 3? I forgot. And Justin Crunchy do last time, I forgot. What I don't forget is that the good guys will hopefully get something going. 3 hits for us, 2 hits for the Pioneers. Sean Kolenik's going to lead off. He had a leadoff single back in the first inning. Went out to right field. Bullpen clapping once again. Would show humble. Last time we tried to show him, we missed the single. Sean watches strike 1. Yep, they're right there having some fun. Ain't no denying that. Giants waiting for his 0-1 to go, and he fires one way low, but Sean swung at it anyway. 0-2 now to Mr. Kalanick. Giants lets it go. Does not get strike three on that, so Austin Giants in a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Sean. All right, going. Here's the 1-2. Whooped off out in the air, shallow right, shallow center. It is caught, one gone. Second baseman on it. Number 3, Diego DiCello caught it. As Colin West is up. Waits, and Colin's going to watch 1-0, rolling away. It is the bottom half of the third inning, 1 out. 2 hits again for Marietta. So far, 3 for us as that one's taken, 1-1. Austin Giants getting ready once again. Here he goes on 1-1. Whoops, 1 out to shallow. First caught by McKenna. Maui's up. What will Maui do in this case scenario? You see him right there striding in. Maui, the first baseman. Strike 1. And now again said Giants ought to go upstairs. All I know is that it is a cool day. Sun trying to make its way back out. Maybe to warm up this cold stadium as there's a ground ball to third. Easy play there. Fear down to first. And that is the first 1, 2, 3 inning today for Marietta. A third of the way at least through this contest. It is 0-0. And now he grounds out to first, or to third, rather. So still 3 hits for us, 2 hits for Marietta. Still no runs for us, no runs for Marietta. They stranded a runner at third last time as Vince Dulcimacchio's going to get back out there on the mound. 4th inning, folks. Played a third of this once again, at least a third of this, or at most a third of this. You never know what can happen in D3 college baseball. Right now we got old-fashioned pitchers doing the making. Vince gets back up there. It'll be 3, 4, 5 due up for the Pioneers. Let's see who's leading off for them. I think it's number 7, Jeremy Tonelli, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we got the baseballs in. Yep, sure enough it is Tonelli. Heard someone say, come on, Jeremy. Jeremy Tonelli. He's 0 for 1 this thing. Vince trying to get another inning of good things under his belt as that one misses 1-0. You saw Noah try to run in, but could not do a thing about that because he did not make any contact. 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. He left 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Vince getting set already. on this chilly April afternoon, Sunday afternoon. He's going to bunt one down the third base side. Noah's going to watch it go foul. Now he's got abandoned the bunt attempt. Something I've noticed all day with Marietta, they want to bunt, and they want to bunt like crazy. We've seen some bunt attempts today, even one by our catcher, Mason. So there is that. To know he's a senior, stands at 6 foot on the dot. And ready once again. Here comes the 1-2. He's down looking to put a backwards K next to his name. 2 strikeouts now for Vince. Both coming back to back, one gone. Diego DiCello, the second baseman, is up. Marietta. DiCello waits. And first pitch, DiCello watches for a ball, 1-0. It's all right. Vince still working well out here today. 1-0. Missed again. 2-0. Both pitchers really cruising in command out here today. 3 shutout innings apiece for both, at least. There's a bouncer first. Maui's on it. He's going to flip down to Vince. He steps on the bag, all right. 2 gone. There goes the strikeout streak, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't mind. Cole Riemann. Riemann has a base hit today for Marietta. Cole Riemann does here. Haven't had an extra base hit today either. How about that? First pitch, ball 1. 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Inside here, the pitch. One attempt, gets one down. Got to hurry sliding Vince, and Vince is going to have to eat it. I assume they'll call that a base hit, considering how hard that would have been for him to get that. Still waiting the ruling. Marietta, regardless, has a runner at first with 2 gone. Number 30, Cooper Fearer's up. Fearer, the third baseman, is waiting. He doesn't rule anything. Uses that, or it won't be a hit or error. Pickoff attempt. Runner is safe. Our bullpen thought we got him, but we didn't, unfortunately. Number 30 is Fearer. That's going to be fouled back. Actually, Fearer has a hit, not Riemann. Excuse me. Fearer has a hit. Riemann's 1 for 2 at least. I apologize once again. 0-1. Getting set again, Vince. And the pitch coming up. It's low. Runner's in some hot soup as the throw down first is easily going to get him. And so 4 shutout innings as Vince Stolsamashio is going to work on a 1-2-3 inning, even though he gave up a base runner, but it's still all right because Mason Fix caught Riemann sleeping. He caught him sleeping all right. Still was not ruled a hit or an error. That's certainly odd. But regardless, it is 0-0 after 3.5. Back out there's Austin Zions. He's going to have to deal with 4, 5, 6, and Dennis, Joey, And, who else? Dennis, Joey, not Justin. Turs, that's who, Matt Terzola. Excuse me. Excuse me. And we're 4-2 at home, 4-1 on the road, 5-5 at neutral spots. Marietta, they are 7-4 at home. They're yet to win a road game. They're 0-6, 2-2 on neutral spots. That's hard to believe they have not won a home or road game this year. Usually you'd expect to win at least one, at least take one of a twin bill. But I guess not. Dennis leads off 4-5-6 once again for the good guys. In the fourth inning, scoreless affair. Here it comes. Dennis thought about bunting, but he's going to watch it instead. It's way low anyways, 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes. The Dennis Rollinger Night Rider. Takes it 1-1. Bottom half of the fourth, 0-0 our score. That once again is Zions. And it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Trying to get his third strikeout of the ball game and his first since the first inning. Dennis won't let that happen as it's blooped up out to shallow up, calling off everybody. Is the shortstop and Thompson Babineau for the first out of the inning. Joey Marietta is up. Oh my, we just got news. Alex Ovechkin just scored number 895. Can you believe that, folks? Ball one, and I think I missed a historical moment in sports today for a baseball game. And this baseball game's fun, though. Who knows, we may get history here today as well. Joey's ahead 2-0. Two and 0. Zion's going to let it go. And now 3-0. This is the first 3-ball count by either school today. Which means we've had 0 walks so far. Waiting on deck Turs with 1 out. Strike 1. Here's your 3-1 pitch. Joey out in a shallow right. That'll sit down for a base hit. Putting 1 on and 1 out, and Matt Terzola's up. Or no, Noah English is up, not Matt Terzola. I beg your pardon. Noah English, not Matt Terzola. I'm very sorry. Well, I'm not sorry for is the fact that Joey Marietta singled. Noah English, the third baseman. We've Noah's got a hit today. But he's in an 0-1 count right now. Bottom half of the fourth. 4 hits for us, 2 for the Pioneers. Here it comes on 0-1. Noah's going to hit one foul, twisting out of play. Now he's down at 0-1 count. By the way, they called it a hit for Marietta, so it's 3 hits for the Pioneers. I was right, they did call it a hit. 7 combined hits and 0 runs so far, kind of odd. Pickoff diving back in there, Joey Marietta, he's safe. Noah English. He's waiting. Getting sent once again, Zions. He's going to mow him down. 2 gone. First strikeout since the first inning. I believe that's 3 now for Mr. Zions. And now Matt Terzola's up. We'll see what Terz can do here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. We have 1 hit for each inning. Of course, we went down in order in the third. That's waiting. 1-0 inside. Game's going by pretty fast so far. Both pitchers really doing a good job. They're giving up base runners, but nobody's touched home plate yet. On 1 ball and no strikes. Rolls 1/3. Good play there. Fear rifles it down. That's 4 shutout innings apiece for both pitchers. So despite Joey's single, he can't score on it. Don't believe me, that 0-0. Look at the scoreboard right there. It says a bunch of zeros. 4 shutout once again for both schools. So nobody's tuning in right now. It makes me kind of sad. I don't know why. But it makes me rather sad, as we know by now. Vince Dulcimaccio, as you might expect, from 4 shutout innings today, back out there. Why wouldn't he be? Looks like Mason's not behind the plate yet because he was going to be due up. It would be 8, 9, and 1 due up, and Mason Fex, Justin Carinci, and Sean Kalanick in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Oh, good play there by Noah. And we're ready to begin the 5th inning. Who's leading off, you might be wondering. I'm wondering that too. Oh, Dutch, number 30, Cooper Fear. Fear was up in the 4th inning, but never finished his at bat because the man in front of him, I believe it was Riemann, was out. And he was caught sleeping on the base path. Hot shot, that ball foul. Almost began with perhaps a double for the Pioneers or allowed out number 1, but instead it's 0-1 to Fear. And now 0-2 to Fear. 2 strikeouts so far for Vince, 3 so far for Zion. Leadoff man here waiting. And the pitch. He's down looking. Leadoff man retired with a backwards K. 3 for each pitcher out here today when it comes to strikeouts. Bryce Bogan, former Blue Devil. Bounces 1 foul, first base side. 0-1 here. 1 gone. 5th inning. Lots of baseball left to be played. Ain't no denying that. They're going right back to Vince Dulcimaccio. Goes down to first and gets the out. That is Thompson Babineau. Babineau has a hit as well. He's got one of the 3 hits today for the Pioneers. And a hot shot going foul, just barely over their dugout. Vince hasn't had a hitless inning since the first. Well, to guy here, I know that for a fact. 0-1. And he won't get a 1-2-3 inning just yet as he drills the first batter of the ball game for either team. Puts 1 on and 2 out. Drew McKenna's up. Drew McKenna waiting. At first had a bruise to it as well. Strike 1, 0-1. We're at first here in Babineau, who's 1 for 1 today with a single and a hit batter. Ooh, good job there by Mason to catch that thing way upstairs. I get out of his crouching position, 1-1. Still a nothing contest here and in Berea. Fisher fielder setting. That one's fouled back, and he's a strike away from his 5th shutout inning of work. That ball take a high bounce. One ball, 2 strikes. 2 out. Drew McKenna once again the batter. McKenna pops one off to Maui Kilbane right up the elevator shaft, and a good catch by Maui Kilbane. So we're about halfway through this thing, perhaps. Still a 0-0 contest. This Vince Dosamacio really doing a dandy. 5 shutout innings. Mason Fix to lead things off, followed by Justin Carinci, followed by Sean Kolenik. As Austin Zions tries to continue his dominance on the mound. Bunch of zeros up there, except for the hit columns, where the Pioneers have 3. They stranded a runner on at first this time. We have 4 hits. Zions having himself a good one so far. We'll see what Mason can do in the bottom half of the 5th to kick things off. We're trying to stay warm, that's for sure. And we got the baseballs in. Very cool Riemann out at right, of course, center. Number 7, that would be Tonelli. Left is Cam Russell. Mason Fix in the bottom half of the 5th inning in a 0-0 score. That ball, obviously nowhere near the zone, 1-0. Sean races to get it. So Zions with a bad pitch to start off the 5th inning. We'll see if he bounces back. Bounces back all right, 1-1. I fear that. He's a good pitcher. There's no denying that. 1-1. There's a bouncer third. That's a tough play for Fear. 1 gone. What a play. Jumping throw from foul territory. And they're going crazy for him. So Justin's up. 1 out here in the bottom half of the 5th. A 3 pitch out. One attempt, got the good one down and hurrying, throw down a first, 2 gone. Zions really had to race off the mound, and sure enough does just that. Sean Kolenik, he does have a hit to his credit. It's already 2 p.m., which means this game's going by unbelievably fast today. You hear the Strosacker bells as that strike 101. We're in danger of having our second 1-2-3 inning today. Marietta's only had 2 1-2-3 innings today. And that one is inside 1-1. Both teams went 1-2-3. Well, we went 1-2-3 in the 3rd. They went 1-2-3 in the 1st and 4th. 2-1. Their fourth inning, 1-2-3, was courtesy of some bad base running of Cole Riemann, the right fielder. Here comes the pitch. And it's 3-1. Sean Kalanick could be the first walk of the day. Colin West would be next. 3-1 to number 31. Austin Zions gives up a line shot, foul, first base side. Full count, 2 out. Bottom half of the fifth, 0-0. Here comes the pitch. Kalanick down swinging, so he is not the first walk of the ball game. No, sir. So, Vince Dolcimaccio, despite having 5 shutout innings, has had no love, no support from his bats behind him. That's got to drive him nuts. We'll see what Vince can do in the 6th inning. He'll have to deal with the top half of the order. Now it consists of Cam Russell, Kill McGill, and I believe Jeremy Tonelli after that. It's already the 6th inning as this game really going by in record time, folks. Good throw there by Noah. Wow, we went down in order once again. That's only the 2nd time today for us. We went down 1-2-3. I mean, despite it being a 0-0 game, there are a decent amount of hits. 4 for Marietta, or 3 for Marietta, 4 for the good guys. And the oldest and greatest university in America really struggling out here to get a run in, but fortunately, same thing can be said about the Pioneers. Woo! Cold day. Russell, the freshman outfielder, leads off for the Pioneers. Again, top half of the order for Marietta. First pitch. On away. So that's how Vince's 6th inning begins. Vince Dolcimaccio ready. 1-0. Noah positioned on the infield turf. That's a strike. 1-1. He's paranoid about a bunt. From Russell, I'm trying to be a little late on this and try to tuck it down the third base side. 0-1. Obviously said that quietly because I don't want Russell to hear that. Don't want him getting any ideas. 2-1 pitch. He's going to hit one out to deep right instead. That ball is going to be nearly a home run. It's going to be at least 2, perhaps 3. It's a wild throw down to second. And Cam Russell leads off the 6th inning with a double. First extra base hit for either school today. Kill McGill is up. Top viewer, whenever you're the 3rd time around the top viewer, it's never easy. I see nobody in the bullpen for us. Noah's still on the infield turf. You see him bottom left corner of your screen. He's bunting. Got the good one down. Vince going to throw down third. He's out. Good heads-up play by Vince Dolcimaccio to throw it down to Noah English. And looks like the bunt attempt's going to backfire as Russell's out. Jeremy Tonelli is up. So much for a leadoff double of a threat. Tonelli. He's up. I believe he's left today at left field. 1-1, Mason jumps up. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up for us in the bottom half of the 6th inning. So there is that. Here comes the 1 ball, no strike pitch. Runner takes off. It's a ball, throw down second. You are safe because the ball got away from the catcher or shortstop, Sean Kalanick. Excuse me, Sean Kalanick tried to apply the tag, but the ball escaped. So now they still have a runner at second, but there is one out. And now he is up. One gone. And now a 3-0 count, only the second 3-0 count we've seen all day, if I'm not mistaken. That's to Jeremy Tonelli. Tonelli could be the first walk of the ball game for either school. 4 hits apiece. 3 balls, no strikes. Jeremy Tonelli waits. Obviously taken, but he takes a strike. 3-1. Number 7, of course, Tonelli. He's got McGill at second. One gone. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. And that's your first walk of the ball game by either school. Hard to believe, I know. Diego DiCello's up, the second baseman. They got runners at first and second. Might be the first time today they've had multiple base runners, if I'm not mistaken. Sure seems like it. Vince fires a ball, 1-0. He's in danger of Brent Gasp giving up that first run of the ball game. Let's hope he doesn't. One ball, no strikes. DiCello waiting. Double steal attempt, hit and run, ground ball to second. Turns down to first. That breaks up the double play. So now they got runners in scoring position. Again, the small ball really in full effect for the Pioneers as Cole Riemann is up. 2 out. And there are 2 men on. McGill at second, Tonelli, or no, McGill at third, Tonelli at second. 2 outs in the top half of the 6th inning. No one positioned in. There's the strike, 0-1. 0-1 here to number 8. That's, of course, Cole Riemann, the right fielder. McGill at third as there's a strikeout, too. There we go. McGill again at third. Tonelli again at second. But it's 0-2 to Cole Riemann. Vince getting set. Here comes a no ball, 2-strike pitch. Line shot out to right, go foul, and sure enough does go foul. That could have made it 2-0 had it been fair, but it was not fair. Still in a 0-2 count. Vince Dulcimaccio. He's waiting. Pitch. High bounce to the first. Maui's got it. He's going to flip down to Vince. At first time. And it's 6 shutout innings for Vince Dulcimaccio. Good job to tightrope out the leadoff double and eventually runners in scoring position situation. Another 0 on the scoreboard. Pioneers strand 2, both in scoring position. Austin Zions gonna have to match Vince Dulcimaccio yet again. Four hits for both schools and no runs and no errors for both schools. All righty. It will be 2, 3, 4 due up for us, which is Cowan West, Maui Kilbane, and of course, Dennis Rittlinger, Night Rider. Austin Zion's having himself a dandy so far. But he's going to have to deal with 2, 3, and 4. They have anybody going to the bullpen? Looks like they don't. Maybe they do. Nope, they don't. Colin West, the DH, leads off for Marietta, or good guys, actually. Marietta's got Austin Zion's pitching. Colin's going to watch for a ball. 1-0, good eye. Chilly day here in Berea. Lots of snow hats, lots of jackets, lots of hoods. 1-0. 2-0 to Colin West. Getting sent once again. Here comes a pitch. And now Colin's really in command. 3-0. Waiting on deck, of course, Malley. Alrighty, 3-0. Zion's working fast. He's going to try to get a strike back, but it's a 4-pitch walk. First time we've drawn a walk today. It's the Malley Kilbane's turn to bat. Malley, of course, the first baseman. Got Colin. Colin leads off. Malley watches strike 1-0-1. So a good comeback there by Zions after giving up his first walk of the ball game. Okay, set once again. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Fouled. Barely made contact on that. When I say barely, I mean Malley barely did. Malley's waiting on 0-2. Pickoff attempt won't get him. Still 4 hits apiece for both teams. Because we walked right there with Colin West. Another pickoff attempt on Colin, and he's safe. Well, surprised he's gone back-to-back pickoffs now. Malley in a 0-2 hole, 0 gone, but a base runner at first, fortunately. Colin at first, as Malley's going to foul that off the screening. Fisher Field once again is where we're at. 0-0, bottom half of the 6th inning. Malley Kilbane's up. Pickoff again, 3rd time. He's trying to get him, and Colin just dives back in there safely. This were the majors. It'd be down at 2nd considering the pickoff limit. Now he's still in this. 0-2. Colin waiting at first. And Malley's hit. All right. Dennis Rittlinger, Night Rider's up. All of a sudden, Marietta's in a world of trouble out here. 2 on, nobody out. Hey, I'm not complaining about that. Colin got on 4-pitch walk. Malley got on after being hit on an 0-2 count. Dennis, because he dare bunt. Yes. And gets away. Runners are going to advance an extra 90. Could the wheels be falling off Austin Zion's? Let's hope so, folks. Not going to intentionally walk Dennis. We'll see if that's going to come back to hurt him or whatnot. Infield's still positioned back. Kind of surprising. Got time to hit the ball again. Or swing and miss. 1-1. Colin at third. Maui at second. Nobody gone here in the sixth inning. Best chance for us to score all day. 1-1. Dennis down 1-2. 1-2. Still scoreless here in Berea. Dennis down swinging. Ball got away from the catcher. No, it didn't. Dennis can't believe it. Wasted chance for now, but Joey Marietta, let's hope he's got something up his sleeve. Infield in. You gotta try to uppercut this. Anything that's uppercut, more than likely it's 1-2 nothing as he tries to bunt it and he bunts it foul. Colin at third, Maui at second, one gone now in the sixth. Here we go. Joey's waiting. Still positioned in. Joey bunt again. Ooh, good block there by Baldwin. That might have saved a run. 1-1, 1 out. 0-0. Pressure situation for Austin Zions. Ground ball to third. He's going to go home with it. He's out. Well, obviously, he had to go home anytime. He thought he could get something going there, but no, he couldn't as Noah English is up. And ain't nobody on at third. Maui stays at second. Joey at first. Actually, no, will not be batting. Will be 26, Nathan Zen from Worthington Kilbourne. Nathan Zen trying to find lightning in a bottle, perhaps, as the old saying goes. Like we got someone perhaps cooking in the bullpen. 2 on, 2 out. Here comes the first pitch, Nathan Zen. Ooh, he wanted to make out at least 3-0 on that swing and a miss, and he got nothing. So it's 0-1. Bottom half of the sixth, 2 gone. Nathan Zen waiting the pitch. Low 1-1. Wouldn't that be frustrating if we don't score a run this inning? 1 ball, 1 strike. Getting set once again. Looking at Maui at second. Here's a pitch. Oh, I don't know what he's swinging at there, but what I do know is that Nathan's in a 1 ball, 2 strike count. That's all I know. He's a strike away, Zions, from getting out of this unharmed. 1-2 pitch. I think he won. He sure did. Somehow, in some way, despite both runners being in scoring position with nobody out, Austin Zions miraculously escapes and gives up 0 runs. And we still are talking about a 0-0 ball game. Really thought we were going to get something going out there, but I guess not. Looks like we'll have number 27, Carson Petracca in. Carson going to take over at third. Otherwise, the entire field looks exactly the same. Nathan tried to get lightning in the bottle once again, and he swung and missed on a half swing and a half miss. The good news is Vince Dulcimacchio's back out there. Of course, I said it earlier today, back in the 6th inning. I'm going to say it again. The 3rd time around, the order's never easy. We'll see Who's going to crack first? It's been, as I said it earlier today, looked like an old-fashioned pitcher's duel. It's really going to come down to who's going to blink and who's going to blink first. Because remember, blinks first is probably going to be the one that loses. Cooper Fear is up. Fear with Carson in, launches ball one. Marietta trying to pick up their first conference win of the season. And a 1-0 Vince misses. See nobody in the bullpen out there. So there is that. And he's set once again. The pitch. There we go. It's a strike. 2-1. Fear the batter. Vince got set. 2-1. He comes back with another strike. 2-2. Seventh inning already. And it's still a nada contest. Here's your 2-2 to Cooper Fear. Got him. Got him swinging, one gone. Good job there by Mason to catch it. It was a low pitch anyways, but he still got him. Bryce Bogan's up. He stands at 6'3", by the way, so there is that. Bogan hits one out, foul to right. Yeah, that might have hit the bus all right. 0-1, one out. Yeah, there's a school bus out there. You can see it right there, left of your screen. Inside, 1-1. Carson again playing very in. Of course, Bogan and the Pioneers have really been playing small ball all day. Oh, Bogan looking silly on that swing and a miss, nothing in 2. Here we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes a pitch. Just barely fights that thing foul, third base side. Vince having himself a good day today, but Zients has answered him with zeros of his own. The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Hit foul back. Always a cool day out here in Berea whenever you're playing D3 baseball, whenever, usually towards the beginning of the season, but not this late, not during OAC play typically. Just barely makes contact on that. It is a fair ball. Carson hurries down and gets the out. Wow, he thought that one was foul. I think they're going to say, where are they going to say? Because Brian Brewer is going to talk things over. He doesn't like the call. The umpires are going to talk things over. Bogan's claiming that he found it on him. So, one ball, 2 strikes. Is the count right now if it were to be, they're going to call it foul. And Coach Brian Harrison, you know he's not going to be liking that. He's going to give the umpire at home a talk about it. It's the top half of the 7th. They're going to say it's a foul ball instead of out number 2 to number 45, Bryce Bogan. So Bogan with a second wife who would capitalize on it. 1-2, 1 out. And here comes the pitch. It's one high in the air out to shallow right. Who's got that? Justin's got it. So it took an extra pitch to get him out. And now Thompson Bambino, 1 for 1. He's been up twice, got on base twice. First time via a single. The other time, a hit batter. That it for Vince. They're going to give him a mound visit out there. So, 2 going. I assume they're just giving him a pep talk because Thompson Bambino's really had himself a fine one today. Umpire, right to walk up, tell him, hey, wrap it up, wrap it up. Sure enough, we do. 2 gone here in the top half of the 7th inning. Number 12, Thompson Babineau, the junior shortstop. Tries to bunt with 2 outs. It's a fair ball. Mason down to first and on a hop. Got him. Not the prettiest of throws, but Maui Kilbane all over him. And we're going to stretch in a scoreless affair where both schools have 4 hits and no errors. Similar line score out there. You see it right there. No runs, 4 hits, no errors for both schools. So Babineau retired for the first time. I think everybody's gone out today, at least once, now that happened. Mason Fix, good play as Austin Zients is going to be back out there, I assume. I think it's a bum half the order due up for us. That consists of Matt Terzola, Mason Fix, and Justin Carinci. Sure enough, Zients is back out there. Just saw number 23, I believe that's Grant Mitchell, and I would not be mistaken, it's Grant Mitchell. We'll see if Grant's going to check in or whatnot. He might be. Terz leads things off, bottom half of the order for the Brown and Gold Brigade. Zients has had an answer for Vince all day. Every time Vince got the shutout inning, Zients says, hey, I can do that too. Terz trying to change up things, I guess. He watches ball 1 low, 1-0. Getting sent once again, Austin Zients. 4 hits for him, given up so far. Strike 1, 1-1. We have not had a hit since, I believe, the 4th inning. Hard to believe. We've gone 2 innings without a hit. That one swung on and he missed, I think. I mean, you got to remember, folks, we did have 2 base runners on in the 6th inning, but they reached on like a hit batter, and the runner kind of was trying to score, but he was out trying to go home, and Joey reached on fielder's choice. That will be out number 1 of the inning. A weak ground out back to the mound. Bounce out back to the mound. So that is Mason Fix to the dish. See number 17, Reed, practicing out there. He's a good kid. From Pickerington North. Strike one to Mason. 0-1. Comes the 0-1. This is blown away. 1-1. Done for now. 1-1, 1 out. Mason fixes waiting. Here's the pitch. Mason just barely got metal on that. 1-2. Gone. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Mason waiting. He's down looking. He knows darn well that was strike 3, unfortunately, as Justin Carinci is up. Justin Carinci to try to avoid another 1-2-3 inning. And we will, because Justin got hit. Sean Kalenic. We'll see what happens here with the Zions. Still nobody in the bullpen for either school, which is unsurprising considering how great both these pitchers have been today. I believe it'd be Sean Kalenic, but Coach Harrison talking things over, having a pep talk with the gang right over there. 7th inning, 0-0. Justin gonna be on at first. I ought to say. Sean Kalenic, the shortstop. What will Sean do here? Pick off, he's safe. No need to tag him, he was well on. One gone here, or two gone, one on. Justin Carinci, the man at first. Run goes. Ball, he'll take second with ease. Dives at first, but no need to when the ball almost got away from Bryce Bogan. 1-0 to Sean. Now he doesn't need to hit something in the gap. Anything in the outfield, I'll sit down will do. 2-0 to Sean Kalenic. Second hit batter today, of course, for Zions. Hit Maui in the 6th. And he's ahead 3-0. 3-0, Sean. Whoa, not what I meant to do. Steps off the mound. And they're just going to intentionally walk Sean. They say, you know what, why waste the pitching? Colin West is up. Runners on at first and second. And the pitching coach talking with Mr. Zions. He has not given up a hit since the 4th inning, but has given up a grand total of 5 base runners. 5 different base runners. We need a run like there ain't no tomorrow. Will Colin West provide us with one? Here's the DH. You got Justin at second, Sean at first. 2 gone. A gapper might as well be 2-0. Let's hope. Ball. All right, Colin West. Doesn't have to do anything fancy, just anything that'll sit down right around there, and it's 1-0. They got someone going to the bullpen. Looks to be Brennan Stobbs. Upstairs, 2-0 to Colin West. Marietta really starting to struggle out here, perhaps. This could be the end of the line here for Zions. 3-0 to Colin West. On deck is Maui Kilbane. Cannot swing at this. 3-0. Colin West takes, and the bases are juiced. It might be the end of the day for him. Maui is up, still with faith in Austin Zions is Brian Brewer. This is very interesting. Because Maui can bust this thing wide open. Considering how Vince has been pitching all day, one run might be plenty. Strike one. He comes back all right. Justin at third, Sean at second, Colin at first, 2 gone. Zions bouncer to third, on it, the throw down to first, and they get out of another bases loaded, or another prime opportunity for us. This time we leave them loaded. We had runners in scoring position in the sixth, couldn't get anybody home, had the bases loaded in the seventh, couldn't get anybody home. Now he bounced one out to third. Cooper Fear was waiting. And as you might expect, it is Vince Dulcimaccio out there. Has the defense changed yet? I do not believe so. And I am correct. 0-0 in the top half of the eighth inning. Vince Dulcimaccio, as Austin Zions has really done a good job today, as has Vince, of course. As Zions has really matched Vince all day. That is pretty impressive. Both pitchers have really been doing a dandy. Who's leading off for Marietta? It's been a while since the last time they had a man come up to the dish. Looks like it's going to be Drew McKenna, the first baseman for the Pioneers. Still no runs, 4 hits, no errors for both schools. We had 3 on with no hits, 2 on a walk, 1 on a hit batter. McKenna shows bunt, lays off, 1-0. Carson was ready to charge in. One ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Does he dare bunt again? No, 2-0 upstairs. Still nobody doing anything in the bullpen as the ball got gunned into center field. I was wondering what all that chatter was about in the Marietta dugout. That's what it was all about. 2-0. Finally comes back with a strike there, Vince. 2-1. Drew McKenna. Bunt, and he bunts nothing but air 2-2. So he can't bunt anymore, obviously. They're trying to find any sort of offense. They've been stifled all day by Vince. Pitch. Hits one out to shallow left. Joey Marisak. Diving catch. 1 gone. Joey Marisak showing the proof that he caught it. What a play. That was not easy. May have saved the double or a triple. Had that thing been fair, it would have been bang bang. But regardless, Joey makes the catch nonetheless. What a nice catch there by Joey Marisak. And who's up for them now, you might be wondering. That's Cam Russell. Back to the top of the order, fourth time around today for Marietta. Out to center field, Dennis underneath it, one pitch for the second out of the inning. I tell you, Vince is going to enjoy that. The outfield really helping him out. Joey with a nice diving catch, Dennis with an easy catch, but still Kel McGill's up. With Kel's a designated hitter. Ball one. 2 out here in the top half of the eighth. Joey lost his hand on the diving catch, but obviously it's back on now. As here comes your 1 ball, no strike pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 now to the DH for the Pioneers. Vince is ready. Here's the pitch. There's a sharp ground ball. Terz is going to gobble it up, throw down to Maui. That is going to be 8 shutout innings now for Vince Dulcimaccio. It looks like they're going to have a new pitcher out there for the Pioneers. Judging by the looks of it, we'll see if he does just as good as, of course, Zions did. Zions had a whale of a game today. There's no denying that. It is number 6, Brennan Stobbs from Medina. Wonder if he's related to Coach Stobbs of Highland. Was Coach Stobbs, of course, an assistant to Coach Grissom, amongst others, like Coach Winston, Coach Hardgrove. Ooh, this guy's throwing heat. Of course, Mr. Stobbs is a JV coach, I believe. He does a good job, and he's from Medina. I think he teaches at Medina. In Medina local, at the Medina School District. So it's Maui Kilbane leading off for the good guys. No, Maui Kilbane's not leading off for the good guys. Dennis Ritwinger, Night Rider is. Then it will be Joey Marisek who made that fine catch in the top half of the eighth. And then in the number 6, that would be Carson Petreka. There's no English no longer out there. Bottom half of the eighth. Still a 0-0 contest. Vince went through that inning 1, 2, 3. I can only assume he'll be back out of the ninth. Marietta trying to pick up their first win of the regular season in OAC play. We're going to put in Harrison Johnson instead of Dennis. So there is that. We'll see what Harry's got in stock out here. Harrison Johnson. A left-handed Ohio transfer. Ball 1 is Stobbs. Fires 1 low and it got away from the catcher, of course, and Bogan. Stobbs, a sophomore. Here comes the 1-0 to Harrison. Fouls it all the way back. Harrison, a good baseball player, that's for sure. He is from William Mason High School. And he's going to foul one back, or deep, and hit off the top of the car. At least it wasn't the windshield. 1-2 to Harrison. He's waiting. Pitch. Sharp ground ball up the middle. There we go. Base hit. 5th hit of the ball game for the good guys, and our first since the 4th. Harrison does his job, and Joey Marisek is up. Harrison lifted for Reed Fleming. He takes over at first. Reed's got speed, perhaps. Joey is up. Joey had that phenomenal catch back in the top half of this inning. We'll see if he has an encore in stock. Stops. One attempt at the ball. Joey holds up. You know, that fear out there at 30 might be playing in a little bit. One ball, no strikes to Joey. Lots of drumming and banging out there behind me in the bullpen. Joey bunts again, got the good one down. Nobody's at first until the second baseman gets there into Cello. Reed dances down to second. Grant Mitchell's up. Grant Mitchell with Reed at second, one gone. Grant, a switcher. So rare to see switch hitters in college, at least on D3 level, perhaps. And the catcher, Bogan, gets back out there. Reed at second. One gone. Good chance here for Grant Mitchell, the former Avon Eagle. He's going to bunt two. Ball one, Reed dances back to second. Good block there by the catcher, Bogan. Prevents him from going down. It is 1-0 to Grant. Now it's 1-1 to Grant. Still a scoreless affair in Berea. And we're trying to get the first and perhaps only run of the ball game. 2-1. There we go. Grant ahead. Reed Fleming again, the man at second. Harrison Johnson pinch hit for Dennis, and then Reed took over. High in the air out to left, looks catchable, racing for it. That ball goes foul. There's the ball right there, 2-2. Two and two. Grant trying to capitalize on this good old opportunity. Bats haven't been there for either school today. Grant change it. Come on, 2-2. Oh, I think he won. Oh, he didn't, says the umpire. It's a full count. Ooh, I think he might have gone away with one there, but hey, you know who's not complaining? This guy's not complaining. Full count, one out. Bullpen going nuts, pay off. He hits one out in the right center field, way back there. That's your first run of the ball game. It goes all the way to the wall, holding at second, delivering is Grant Mitchell. Grant Mitchell gives us the first run of the ball game for either school, breaking up the shutout. And Austin Zients, on behalf of the rest of the Pioneers team, has to feel frustrated about that. Watching Stobbs come out there, Brennan Stobbs, he's given up 2 hits in the 8th. Grant Mitchell does his job all right. As number 11, Maddox Tarquinio, as he's got mobbed out there. Tarquinio's in. Kurz is up. What a hit by Grant. Strike one, and he did it on a full count. That's a pressure situation, especially in a scoreless game like this. So the question is Vince going to go back out there in a 1-0 ball game, 9th inning? Ball gets away, runner down to third. Maddox at third, the freshman from Pennsylvania. 1-1 now. Infield really drawn in. They don't want it to be 2-0. We do. Matt wants to make at least 2-0 on that swing and a miss, and he got nothing. 1-2. We were bound to get a run in after blowing a good opportunity the 6th and 7th because we won't blow the 8th inning. Matt is going to make it a ground ball to short, throw down to first, 2 gone. Good job there by the shortstop, pump faking, and Thompson Babineau. He had to prevent Maddox from scoring on that. Mason Fix with 2 outs in the bottom half of the 8th. Not even 3 o'clock. This game really going by fast. Mason Fix watches ball 1-0. Maddox at third once again. Mason the batter. It's now 1-0, good guys. Pitch. Upstairs. Good job by Bogan. Otherwise, it'd be 2-0. 2-0. Been a good day for the good guys so far. 1-0. Pitch coming up. 3-0 to Mason Fix. We'll see if Justin Carinci is going to be batting next. Mason far ahead now, 3-0. Comes. And he had to dance out of the way, but even if he got hit or not, regardless, that's ball 4. Justin Carinchi's up. Brennan Stobbs really in trouble out here. And he's giving up a run, too. Justin with men at the corners. Mason at first, Maddox at third. High in the air out to center field. Looks like it'll be caught, but a run does cash in the 8th inning. The question is, does Vince Dulcimaccio return to the mound or whatnot? Reed Fleming taking over at center. Now he's still at first, of course. I think only center field and third have changed now. And what do you know? Vince Dulcimaccio says, I got this. 1-0 ball game. He'd love to finish what he started. Gotta love those types of pitchers, folks. Such a rarity in this day and age. Maddox takes over at third. Reed takes over at center. 9th inning, 1-0. Brown and Gold Brigade on top. On this chilly April afternoon. Joey will not be at left, I believe. Yep, Joey's not at left. John Pansteris takes over. John at left. Joey had himself a good day today. Great diving catch. Good bunt. As here we go. Marietta needs 1 to tie it. 2 for the lead.